All right, let's dive into something that is, believe it or not, already reshaping pretty much everything around us. We're talking about machine learning.
So picture this. You've just finished a series on Netflix, and boom, right there on your home screen is a new show that feels like it was made just for you. How on earth does it do that?
And it's not just movies. What about that Spotify Discover Weekly playlist? You know, the one that somehow just gets you. It finds you that new band you're going to be obsessed with for the next month. Is that just a coincidence? And maybe the most underrated hero in all of this? Your spam filter. I mean, think about the mountain of junk mail it saves you from every single day. How does it know what's important and what's total garbage?
Well, as you've probably guessed, there's a single thread that ties all of these little modern miracles together, and it's something that's already woven deep into the fabric of your life.
The answer, it turns out, isn't magic. It's a really powerful and, honestly, game-changing idea called machine learning. This is the engine that's running behind the scenes of so much of our digital world. Okay, so what is it really? Let's pull back the curtain and get to the core of what it means to, well, teach a machine how to think. So for the longest time, programming a computer was all about giving it super specific, rigid rules. You know, if this happens, then do that. But with machine learning, we've completely flipped the script. We don't give it the rules anymore. Instead, we just show it a ton of examples, that's the data, and we basically tell it, you figure out the rules.
I love this quote because it just nails the whole concept. It's not like writing a super detailed recipe. It's more like teaching a chef how to cook by letting them taste tons of different dishes. You aren't programming, you're training.
So here it is, the official definition. At its heart, machine learning is all about getting computers to learn from experience, from the data we give them, without us having to hard code every single possible rule. They start to see patterns, kind of like we do.
This is my absolute favorite way to explain it. You wouldn't sit a toddler down and give them a list of rules like a cat has pointy ears, whiskers, and 4 legs. That's way too complicated. No, you just point and say cat, cat, kitty, over and over, and eventually their little brain just gets it. They build their own internal idea of what a cat is. That's exactly what we're doing with machines. And here's what that process actually looks like. Step 1, you just dump in the data. We're talking thousands, sometimes millions of cat photos. Then comes the training part. The machine sifts through all those images, looking for the common patterns, the shapes, the textures, all the things that make a cat a cat. And then finally, you can show it a brand new photo it's never seen before, and it can make a really good guess. Is it a cat? Yes or no? Okay, so now that we've got the basic idea, let's get a little deeper, because it turns out there isn't just one way to do this. There are actually 3 main ways machines learn, and each one is good for different kinds of problems. First up, we have supervised learning. This is the most common one, and it's basically our cat example. You give the machine data that's already labeled with the right answer. So you give it a picture and say, this is a cat, then another, this is a dog. It's like you're giving it a giant stack of flashcards with the answers on the back. Next is unsupervised learning, and this is where it gets really cool. You give the machine a massive pile of data with no labels at all. You just say, find the patterns, find the structure. It's like dumping a huge box of Legos on the floor and asking it to sort them into groups that make sense. The machine might start grouping them by color or by shape, all on its own. And last but not least, we have reinforcement learning. Think of this like teaching a dog a new trick or playing a video game. The machine tries something. If it does something good that gets it closer to its goal, you give it a reward, a little digital treat. If it does something bad, no reward. Over millions and millions of tries, it learns the absolute best strategy to get the most rewards. So, to wrap that up, supervised learning with all its labels is perfect for that spam filter. Unsupervised learning helps companies discover groups of customers they never even knew they had. And reinforcement learning? Well, that's how an AI learned to become the best player in the world at this super complex game of Go. Okay, so we've gone from the big idea to the different ways of learning. Now let's zoom out and just appreciate how massive this is. We're talking way, way beyond just recommending movies. I mean, just look at this list. Machine learning is helping doctors spot diseases earlier. It's the reason your bank can text you about a weird charge on your card, like instantly. It's breaking down language barriers with real-time translation. And yeah, it's the brain that's going to power our self-driving cars and help scientists make incredible new discoveries. The impact is just staggering.
So you might be wondering, why is this all happening right now? The answer is simple: data. Data is the fuel for machine learning. And get this, an estimated 90% of all the data in the entire world was created in just the last few years. We finally have enough raw material and a computer power to handle it to make the stuff work on a massive scale. And that, of course, brings us to the big question. With all this data and all this power, where is this all going? What's next?
As we think about that future, it's really important to remember the main point. Machine learning isn't just a new gadget. It's a totally new way of solving problems. It's about letting computers find patterns that are too big or too complex for any human to see. And that's unlocking brand new solutions to some of our oldest challenges. So I'll leave you with this to think about. As these machines get better and better at learning, moving from our inbox to our cars and beyond, what's one thing in your life, big or small, that you hope a machine will learn how to do for you next? The possibilities are really just getting started.